particular for international students. So Italy could be seen as a non-traditional, unconventional study destination, but actually it has a lot to offer to international students. First of all, the opportunity to learn a new language, Italian. So to know a little bit of Italian, it's very important for students to interact outside the campus in the day-to-day activities and life. The Italian campuses are quite dependent from the city in which they are located, especially for this kind of activities. And it's, in this case, very important for students to know a little bit of the local language to get acquainted quickly. Of course, this close interaction with the city helps you acquire soft and real-life skills as well in order for you to survive in this new environment. We are aware that this could be seen as challenges, great challenges, but they can also be seen as great adventures. And we would like to encourage you to see those as adventures that could help you grow as a person beyond your study. In any case, it's always better to have some locals to help you getting acquainted the new environment. And here we are. The International Affairs area of Politecnico di Torino is here to help. We can help you navigate through all the administrative and bureaucratic issues related to your arrival and to the enrollment in Politecnico. Another thing to consider when you choose a study destination is how much it costs. And actually, Italy in general and Torino in particular are quite cheaper if you consider and compare it with other traditional study destinations. This allows students to invest what they save in what it makes them happy the most. And in case what makes you happy is traveling, well, Torino is the best place possible in Italy. You can, thanks to the strategic location in the northwest of Italy, in the middle of the most important European countries, from Germany to France to Spain to UK. There is a lot to know and to visit over there. In particular, also in Italy, Torino is strategically located 1 hour from the Alps, 1 hour and a half from the Maggiore Lake, 1 hour from the Languedoc Hills region, and 2 hours from the seaside. For what concerns the tuition fee, that are one of the most important items to consider when you are budgeting for to understand how much you're going to spend in a study destination. Actually, Italian public universities are 5 times cheaper in the US, 3 times cheaper than UK. This is due to a co-financing by the Italian government to allow all the students, all girls and boys, to have access to high quality university education, regardless from the status and their economic situation. This public co-financing, of course, give the possibility to Italian public universities to deliver a high quality education at very reasonable prices. And this also reflects on the 2021 university ranking, Politecnico di Torino in the QS World University Rankings, that is one of the international most famous rankings for universities, is placed among the 30th and the 50th position in the world for what concern specific subjects. Another thing to consider to choose your study destination is the possibility to work while studying. This is something that you can do in Italy. Definitely in Politecnico di Torino, you can decide to work on campus or off campus. On On campus, you can work to support administrative staff and laboratories up to a maximum of 150 hours per academic year. Off campus, you can take any part-time job in Torino for a maximum of 20 hours per week. And in case you are interested in finding a job in Italy after graduation, you can count on the support of the Career Service Office of Politecnico di Torino that will deliver several services for you, like online meeting with career advisors, resume review, career counseling, job interview preparation, and many, many more. This great support and services offered by Politecnico di Torino to its own students and graduates reflects on the employment rate at the national and international level. So, according to both rankings at the national and international level, our master graduates, 1 year after graduation, find a job well above the national average, and according to the international QS graduate employability ranking, Politecnico di Torino places in the top 24% globally. And last but not least, one of the main reasons to choose Politecnico di Torino is the city of Torino itself, a city with a reputation throughout Italy to be the Italian innovator, so the city where innovation happens, thanks to its focus on continuous research and progress in technology. Torino was a birthplace of several big industries in Italy, like, for example, the film industry. It's always up to date and projected into the future. So today, the Torino spirit of innovation reflects in its green mentality and strong environmental commitment that in 2020 earned Torino the second place in Italy as Green City, according to the Smart City Index.
Why learning at Politecnico is your best choice? First of all, for the high quality of teaching with up-to-date programs and highly qualified teaching staff. There will be teaching material available offline for students living in different time zones. And Politecnico provides scholarship for the best international students at all levels. Politecnico di Torino will welcome you in a very international environment with 16% of international students. International students at Politecnico come from almost 130 countries, and you can see the percentage from each country on the right of this slide. Throughout the years, international students have grouped in different associations that will help you in getting used to the university life in Torino. Politecnico di Torino provides a wide range of courses in architecture and engineering at Bachelor of Science and Master of Science level. Here you can see the academic offer of courses entirely taught in English for the whole duration of the courses. For Bachelor of Science, 3 years of total education, and for the Master of Science, 2 years of total education. Stay tuned for the new courses in English that will be available starting from the next academic year. How to apply at Politecnico di Torino for Bachelor of Science? You must meet the entry requirements. You must own a high school diploma awarded after minimum 12 years of global education. You have to pass the admission test, or just for engineering, design, and urban planning, you can present a substitute certification such as SAT, GRE, or GMAT. The course of architecture has its own admission test. You must also meet the language requirements and the immigration requirements. The procedures and the call for admission will be published starting from December 2021. To apply for Master of Science at Politecnico di Torino, you must own a bachelor degree awarded after minimum 15 years of global education. You must meet the language requirements and the immigration requirements. The call for admission will be published in December 2021, and the general procedure is to apply online, attach all the needed documents, and wait for your final evaluation. Some practical info. So, tuition fees. The amount of tuition fees can vary according to the citizenship of the student. You can try our online simulator to see the amount of tuition fees that you have to pay coming from your country. The amount can be paid in 2 installments, the first one at enrollment and the second one during the second term. Of course, you can apply for fee reduction according to your family income. Students at Politecnico can apply for Edisu Piemonte benefits, which offer scholarships and accommodation to prospective students according to the economic situation. And Politecnico also provides scholarships and different opportunities, including the Topolito Scholarship, which is 8,000 euros per academic year. Living in Torino costs less than living in other major Italian cities, which is a good point. And in Torino, you can find different facilities such as dormitories and also private apartments. You can also find students' canteens open every single day, including the weekend. For more information, you can check the international students website at international.polito.it. In the contact section, you will see the ticketing section to contact the incoming mobility office. Thank you very much.
Eccoci.
Thank you very much, Francesca, for the kind presentation. We have some questions from the students.
Sure.
The first one, of course, as you can imagine, is related to, if you agree, we are going to give a translation to our conversation. The first question is related to the scholarships. What does cover the 8,000 euros? And is it like a fixed level, or they can receive not 8, but 6, 4, 2, or something like that?
Okay, no, regarding the Topolito Scholarship, is a fixed amount, 8,000 euro per academic year for a total of the study program. So in case of bachelor degree, we are talking about 3 years. In case of the master degree, of course, we are talking about 2 years, 2 academic years. It's a fixed amount, it's a gross amount, but actually the fees that students are paying are very, very less. So the net amount is around 7,500 something.
Да, что касается, был задан вопрос относительно стипендий, которые составляют 8 тысяч, что покрывают эти стипендии и насколько они фиксированы. Да, это фиксированная сумма, 8 тысяч за 1 учебный год, и присуждается студентам на весь период обучения, то есть если мы говорим о бакалавриате, это на 3 года, если мы говорим о магистратуре, то это на 2 года. На самом деле это большая стипендия, да, достаточно, но в то же время с учетом платы за обучение получается, в принципе, нормальная сумма, потому что сама плата составляет около 7500 евро за 1 учебный год.
And I think another important thing to mention is that the Topolito Scholarship is a merit scholarship, so it depends on your academic merit.
И хотелось бы отметить очень важный момент, что эта стипендия присуждается, исходя из ваших академических достижений.
Are the same documents that are necessary to get the scholarship and to enter?
Well, for what concerns bachelor degree programs, yes, you don't have to, you just need to flag that you are interested in compete for that particular scholarship, and we are going to check the admission test score in order to prepare the ranking list for the Topolito Scholarship awarding. For what concerns master degree students, instead, you need to upload the GRE certification if you want to compete for that particular scholarship.
По поводу документов, нужно ли подавать какие-то специальные документы для того, чтобы претендовать на получение этой стипендии? На программу бакалавриата вам не нужно ничего специально подавать. Единственное, что при подаче документов вы должны указать, что хотите поучаствовать, да, хотите быть претендентом на получение стипендии. И в этом случае будет оцениваться ваш вступительный тест, в рамках общего рейтинга будет приниматься решение. А что касается программы магистратуры, вам нужно предъявить GRE-тест, сертификат для того, чтобы претендовать на эту стипендию.
Another question is related to the entry requirement for bachelor.
Yes.
If we can just resume a little bit what is necessary, there is an entry exam
Yes.
to get in, and do the SAT results are the SAT results required?
Sure. Okay, so if you are interested in applying for bachelor degree programs, there is a small difference between architecture and the rest of the programs that we are offering. We can offer architecture, engineering, and design and urban planning. If you are interested in architecture, unfortunately, there is only one option, that is passing the admission test, because the admission test is arranged at the national level. And it's not organized by each single individual university. So in that case, the only option for you is to take the test and pass it. If you are interested in engineering, design, or urban planning, in that case, you have two options. The first option is passing the admission test. The second option is to submit your SAT, GRE, or GMAT certification. Of course, the certification that you upload need to comply with our requirements in terms of scores and in terms of specific parts of this certification that we need. Everything will be well described in the call for admission that will be available very soon, I think around middle of December. So my suggestion is, in any case, as soon as the call for admission is out, to double check and verify all the information that you get from me today, because in some cases from one year to another, something can vary. So it's always better for you to double check as soon as the call is out.
Вопрос касался вступительных испытаний на программу бакалавриата, насколько важны результаты экзамена САТ и так далее. Здесь нужно смотреть на специальность, которую вы выбираете. Мы предлагаем программы по архитектуре, инженерному делу, дизайну и городскому планированию. Что касается архитектуры, к сожалению, выбора у вас нет. Есть только один вариант поступления, и для поступления вам нужно сдать вступительный экзамен, вступительный тест. Организуется он централизованно, это национальный, общенациональный тест, организуется министерством, не каждым отдельным университетом. Что касается остальных трех специальностей, инженерное дело, дизайн и урбанистика, здесь у вас есть два варианта. Вы либо сдаете вступительный экзамен, admission test, либо предоставляете сертификат SAT, GRE или GMAT. Естественно, недостаточно иметь просто сертификат. Баллы, которые указаны в этом сертификате относительно определенных его разделов, должны соответствовать нашим требованиям. В любом случае описание подробное этих требований будет размещено где-то примерно в середине декабря на нашем сайте, там, где подаются заявки. И в любом случае я рекомендую вам уточнить эту информацию, которую вы сегодня от меня получили, потому что бывает, что из года в год возникают какие-то небольшие изменения. Поэтому всегда лучше свериться с информацией, которая будет опубликована на сайте.
Yes, this is very important information. I have, Francesco, also a tricky question, but since it comes from many students, I think I have to ask anyway. You are probably used to it. There are many students, if I see from the questions, that are comparing Politecnico in Milan and in Turin.
Of course.
Of course. And we have this question regarding the bachelor in architecture, which is the student asks where is better, Milan or Turin, but asking you probably difficult to get a different answer. Anyway, maybe you can just like in a few words give a general comparison between the programs in Milan and Turin, since many students are asking for that.
Sure. Well, you have to consider that both Politecnico di Torino and Politecnico di Milano are public universities, are two of the most famous and popular universities in Italy for those kind of subjects. So I mean engineering and architecture. From what concerns the academic point of view, of course, I'm from Politecnico di Torino, so my heart is here, but I have to admit that I don't think there is a lot of difference. I think that what you need to consider is where you want to live. So Torino is a slightly smaller city with respect to Milano. It's less chaotic, it's very easy to walk and to reach any part of the city center by foot or by public transportation. The public transportation is quite good. So if you are searching for a reality, a city that is not that big and that is student-friendly, for sure, I think that Torino is one of the best options that you can get, considering also that the living cost, as I mentioned during the presentation, is quite cheaper with respect to Milan. It's 20% less than Milan in average. Of course, it depends on your lifestyle, but this is a fact.
Вопрос, который поступает от очень многих студентов, которые хотят поступать на архитектуру. Разница между Политехническим университетом Милана и Турина. Что же выбрать, что же лучше? Ну, здесь следует сказать, что оба университета, и Миланский политех, и Туринский, это государственные вузы, и, наверное, основные два самых популярных университета в Италии в том, что касается архитектуры и инженерного дела. С академической точки зрения, конечно же, я как представитель Туринского политеха влюблена в этот университет, мое сердце здесь, но справедливости ради надо отметить, что, в принципе, различий в академической программе не так много, их особо нет. И при выборе вы прежде всего должны решить для себя, где именно вы хотите жить. В Турине или в Милане. Турин более компактный по сравнению с Миланом, менее хаотичный. В Турине достаточно легко добраться на общественном транспорте и даже пешком до очень многих районов города. Есть все необходимое для студентов. И, что немаловажно, стоимость жизни в Турине на 20% в среднем ниже, чем в Милане. Поэтому, если вы хотите выбрать такой оживленный, активный, но более компактный город, то, безусловно, Турин вам подойдет.
I think we have run out of time. We have a couple of more questions. So I just ask for a very quick answer, the GPA to get a scholarship in computer engineering, if you can like name some.
Well, we are not going to check your GPA, but just the admission test score. So don't worry for that.
Okay, very good. And the IELTS score for a bachelor?
5.5.
5.5. Okay, great.
But just double check it once again, the call for admission as soon as it's out.
Gizat Kwanov is asking GPA for computer engineering at master level.
At the master level, we are going to check your GRE certificate.
Okay.
So again.
Very good. Alessia?
Значит, несколько буквально таких маленьких вопросов по поводу поступления на компьютерные инженерные технологии. Тест GPE проверяется или нет для поступления на компьютерную инженерию. Мы смотрим только результаты вступительного экзамена. В любом случае проверяйте информацию на сайте. И второй Бернард, я уже не помню.
IELTS.
Да, и IELTS мы смотрим там 5,5, да, достаточно.
5,5.
Да.
Да. 5,5 это как раз тот уровень для бакалавриата. Thank you very much, Francesca, for the very interesting presentation. I set you free for the individual meetings that are going
to be
Thank you,
Bernardo, and thank you, Olesia. And thank you all for coming. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Спасибо огромное, значит, Франческо Хико, за презентацию Туринского политехнического университета. Это презентация, которую многие ждали. И я думаю, что было множество ответов на ваши вопросы. Но для того, чтобы получить дополнительные ответы, вы можете как раз нажать на кнопку индивидуальных консультаций с Туринским политехническим университетом и непосредственно встречаться с Франческой, с ее коллегами для получения дальнейших ответов. Или вступить в беседу в чате. Такая возможность тоже у вас есть. Мы переходим на следующую презентацию, которая касается уже творческих специальностей еще в одном прекрасном городе Италии. Это уже столица Италии, Рим. И мы переходим непосредственно в сферу